Well, good evening, everyone. This is Cert Instructor Ron. Hey, I just want to go over a couple of things with everybody. Um, some things that most people overlook sometimes during, well, severe weather events. So, we did have some severe weather this evening. In fact, I think um, this is my phone, and I've got an app on here that's called radar scope, and of course I have to use the cheaters to really see it well. Um, but you can see it on there, and that blue circle with the red dot. Well, that's me, and those are the storm that's or storms that are around us, so we can see what direction they're going to track on and whatever. So it's a neat program. I've already talked about several of the programs that are out there, things like radar scope. You can buy the version. I think it's like $9 or something, and then pass it from phone to phone if you have an account set up. And if you take the Spotter Network course, then you too can get, the beacon like I have. The NWS can click on your beacon and see exactly who you are. And if they need to get a weather report, it's a really good deal to have. So those of us that are, well, I don't know if we want to say weather enthusiasts, but if that's the term you want to use, then maybe that's what we are. Some of us. So mine's not so much enthusiasm about weather. I just stay prepared and help others along. So that's my thing with it. And there's other programs for ham radio operators. There's things like Chaser Locator. I think that's only good for Android, but there's other ones out there. Uh, you can Google them and see what's out there. So you can see we're having weather. And so the things that I want to do, let me put my phone down, um, is that one of the things I want to do is I normally will listen to my radio. It's silent for the most part. We had all kinds of warnings around us, and so I was listening to what's going on. There's people that I was listening to on ham radio, which is really good. And this is an NWS station on the radio now. And they were talking about what's going on in southwestern parts of Oklahoma, and as the storm progressed and moved through, these little bitty towns along the way, they were given reports with hail, and up until the time it hit like Yukon and Mustang in that area, and kind of traveling northeast. But I have that gift. I think that after I had my experience with the 2013 tornadoes, the Moore and the El Reno, which was the biggest tornado ever, I think the good Lord gave me an exemption card, because I don't know how many times I've gone out and gone storm spotting, and the cell's coming right at me, and it either splits. And this is, I tell you, I can give you names, people. This is God's honest truth. And so they split or go around me. And it's pretty funny. And so the joke is, don't go storm spotting with Rob, because you're not going to see anything. Well, I see things, funnel clouds and whatever. But I do go out sometimes. I normally just sit and report to the city of Edmond and the NWS. So, long story short, let's get back on the subject. But today's one of those days that we've had storms. So, nothing severe here that I know. But one of the things that I would tell people about is this Lucy light. And this is something that you can look up on the internet. And what's really neat about this, when this is a very basic solar light, but if this time of year, if you can get enough light into a room where light's coming through, and even in here, believe it or not, these things, my understanding, it's got this light here just overhead is going to charge this lantern, and so when you go to get it, there's not going to be any question about is it charged or not. If not, you move it somewhere else, but you can quickly have it charged if you need to with the right amount of light. But unfortunately, this doesn't have any capability of receiving a charge except through this solar. And what's really neat about these Lucy lights is it's inflatable, so you blow it up and just set it in the sun and it does its thing. But if it's not charged, well, I feel sorry for you. You just need to find a better place to get it charged. But it's a good light. The other one that I found, and there's others on the market, you can probably get on the internet and look it up and see the lights that are out there. This one is it's an Ozark trail light, and it too has a solar charger on top. But this one, which I like, it's probably not as durable as that one, but unless you're gonna throw it in the river, I think it's pretty well gonna serve you. Ozark trails things. I'm not going to say are the best stuff in the world, but I haven't had any bad luck with them. I think they make tents and all kinds of stuff, and Walmart's inundated with it. So you can pick one of these up for $10. And the nice thing about it is this thing will collapse, and it can be a flashlight or a light. So either one. So it's neat. And then when you need it as a lantern, and you're in the woods and you have to go, pee pee, you're not going to be moseying around and step on some sort of venomous snake like a copperhead or a rattlesnake or who knows what, a rattle moccasin or something that's out there that you might not know about. So it's a really good deal. Again, it has a charger on top. I think it's a little small, but it works. In fact, I went deer hunting last year with my daughter Amber, and I took this just to charge my phone with. And my wife has used it, just checking it out, making sure it's okay to use. The thing works wonderful to charge your phone. Some of them take forever. These things don't. Now, you're not going to charge everybody in the family's phone with it. I don't know how long it will last, but put it on a charger. And if you need to use it to charge your phone, it's really, really good. And what you do is there's a kind of a waterproof door. I guess is it a screen door on a submarine? I don't know. It looks like it seals pretty good, and you can plug this in to an outlet and plug it into a wall and let it charge that way. And it'll tell you that there's a red light on here when you charge it. And it's fully charged. I believe it turns to green. So there are settings on this light and the other one as well. And so you have this switch on the side. It's a little switch up here, a button, just a little one, and you can make it brighter, or SOS type thing or whatever, or turn it off, turn it back on, and then the bright mode. So these are really good lights to have. Get you 2 or 3 of them. Have them with your gear. Lights go out, whether, like I said, it's due to weather. Excuse me. Whether it's due to weather or, like I say, I've seen it more than once where a crazy drunk hits a pole, knocks down the pole, and it takes them 4 to 5 hours to get everything back online, or maybe they can't do it that day, and who knows how long the power could go out. I know I think it was 2019 or so, we had an incident with a storm, an ice storm that came through Oklahoma and knocked out a lot of lines, and there was a bunch of people that didn't have power for a week. So if you have a cell phone, there's your charger right there. So it's always good to go solar. You can also get a solar panel, connect it to your car's battery. And what's neat about it, if you're concerned with weather events, you can put it on the inside of the windshield, probably facing south would be best, and connect it to your battery, and that way you can go to your car and charge your phone. But keep in mind, if you're turning your headlights on, yeah, that's going to be a detriment to your batteries, because some cars do it and some don't. So you just need to pay attention to it. These are really good. There's a friend of mine that I had. I talked to her about emergency things, and she didn't know about these, so she got herself one. So I had to applaud her. I also bought my little brother one. So these are really neat. There's other ones out there that are better, can do more, get you the right one. So sometimes we have to size up or get more, but it's good to have two of these in some shape, form, or fashion. But I have, solar charges. Even if this thing died and didn't work, I can go and charge my battery. So with that solar charger, I can hear the thunder rolling in the background. Well, maybe my lights will go out, but that's all I got. This is something that's very important. Um, it's better than open flame, and somebody knocking a candle down, or oil lamp or something, and now you got a fire. Uh, this, it doesn't matter. Knock it off, drop it. It's I don't know how durable it is, but it's not going to start a fire. Maybe something's wired wrong. It could, but probably not. So that's all I got. I'd like to see people like and subscribe this to my channel. So if you do like it, hey, subscribe. If you like it, hit like. Otherwise, it's no big deal with me. I'm still going to put out that information that people need to know. And when I know something, I'm going to share it. If somebody has something to add to it, then add to it. And that's all I got. So I'm going to go back to listening to the radio, and that's all I got. So God bless and take care. Take care of one another.